Well, would you look at this circus we've stumbled into tonight? San Francisco, Elite 8, and on this fine Saturday, we've got the Texas Tech Red Raiders throwing hands with the Florida Gators inside the Chase Center. And let me tell you, this one ain't your grandma's basketball game. No, this one's got chaos written all over it. Let me paint you a picture. Texas Tech, they didn't waltz into this game, they crawled here like a bunch of alley cats fresh off a barroom brawl. Last game, they went toe-to-toe with Arkansas and walked out bloody but breathing, 85-83. A two-point knife fight where every bucket felt like a bullet. They shot 41% from the floor, ain't glamorous, but it got the job done. 8 3-pointers out of 32 tries. That's like flipping a coin and praying it lands on your side. But the real story, offensive rebounds. These Red Raiders snatched 20 offensive boards like they were stealing candy from a baby. 45 rebounds total. That's how you survive a street fight, you keep getting up. And at the center of that chaos, Christian Anderson, 22 points, 7 for 14 from the floor, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 44 minutes. Man's got lungs made of iron and ice in his veins. Now defensively, they're a pack of hyenas. Forced 9 turnovers, grabbed 7 steals, gave Arkansas hell all night. Yeah, they committed 17 fouls, but when you're fighting for your life, you don't count the scratches. Overall, these boys put up nearly 81 points a game. They hit 47% of their shots, 37% from downtown, and over 76% from the line. They're also ranked 14th in assists in the country. Translation, these boys can move the rock. But tonight, they're staring across the ring at a different beast. The Florida Gators. Record, 33 wins, 4 losses. Yeah, that's the kinda resume that gets you invited to all the fancy parties. And last game, Maryland got thrown in the wood chipper, 87-71. Florida shot 50% from the floor, drilled 11 threes, and took 16 free throws like it was clockwork. Will Richard, smooth as bourbon on a Sunday. 15 points, 6 for 9 shooting, 3 assists, 4 boards. Didn't even break a sweat. They grabbed 38 rebounds that night and forced Maryland to cough up the rock 15 times. This team is a damn machine. On the season, Florida's averaging 85.5 points a game. That's a damn avalanche. They shoot 47% from the field, dish out nearly 16 assists a night, and hit 72% from the free throw line. On defense, they allow 69 points a game, force nearly 12 turnovers, and hold opponents to under 40% shooting, one of the stingiest defenses in the country. And if you're thinking about launching threes against good luck, mate. Opponents are shooting under 30% from deep. Vegas ain't stupid. They've got Florida favored by 6.5. The total's sitting at 156. But here's the thing about numbers. They don't bleed, they don't sweat, and they sure as hell don't factor in the heart of a team that's been fighting uphill all March long. You want to know where the sharp edge is in this knife fight? And today's AI pick is Texas Tech Red Raiders plus 6.5. That's right, we're tacking the underdogs with teeth. These Red Raiders don't go quietly. They scrap, they claw, and they keep games close when it matters most. Now, wipe the sweat off your brow, take a sip of whatever poison you're drinking, because we're just getting started. On to game 2.
Oh, this one's rich. Alabama versus Duke, Elite 8, big-time showdown in Jersey. And speaking of things that can't defend themselves, Clyde, did you tell your little bar buddy last night that Alabama's defense is practically non-existent? See, Alabama's defense is softer than the smile you gave that girl when you thought I wasn't looking. They're sitting 27th in adjusted defensive efficiency, which is fancy talk for they bleed points. They let Robert Morris, a 15 seed, drop 81 on 'em. BYU put up 88, even though they shot 6 for 30 from deep. You know what that tells me, Clyde? It tells me Alabama's idea of defense is about as reliable as your taste in women. And for the record, I didn't even care, until I saw you smile at her like you used to smile at me.
Oh, Bonnie, you do have a way with words. Almost poetic, the way you compare Alabama's defense to my social life. But let's talk about Duke, shall we? Because unlike your mood swings, this team's balanced. Top 5 in both adjusted offense and defense. That's not an opinion, sugar, that's a fact. They've beaten Arizona not once, but twice. They smoked Auburn. And they're fresh off a 100-93 knife fight against Arizona again. Cooper Flagg, that kid's a monster, but it ain't just him. Con Canoopel dropped 20 points last game. He's been Duke's number 2 option, hitting 17+ points in 7 of his last 9 regular season games. And they're not just efficient, they're lethal. First in adjusted offensive efficiency, 5th in 2-point percentage. 9th from 3. You can try to run with them, but they'll bury you before you catch your breath.
You done flexing for Duke, Clyde? Or you saving that energy for when you run into your old flame again? 'Cause let me tell you what I see. Alabama's gonna do what they always do, run like hell and pray they outscore you. It's in their DNA. They ain't slowing down now. They play fast, they live fast, and yeah, they die fast too. Problem is, that pace don't come with defense. They're giving up 81.2 points per game. That's 347th in the country. Clyde, 347th. They couldn't guard a lamppost, but they'll keep shooting. That's who they are. Duke? Oh. They're not scared of the pace. They thrive in it. 6 of their last 9 games, they've cracked 90 points. Hell, they just hit triple digits on Arizona. Alabama's chaos ain't gonna rattle 'em, it's gonna feed 'em. And don't flatter yourself, I'm not mad about her. I'm mad that you smiled at her like that. And you used to smile at me like that when I'd drop a hot pick.
You know, Bonnie, I'd almost think you had taken out your little green-eyed rage on Alabama's defense. But you're right, this one's gonna be a track meet. Fast, reckless, and nobody's playing defense. So let's not dance around it. And today's AI pick is Duke team total over 90.5. Because when a team this polished meets a team this careless, the scoreboard lights up like the Vegas Strip. Now, Bonnie, how about we move on before you throw another stat at my head? On to the recap.
All right, let's put a bow on this madness, shall we? Tonight, I wasn't messing around. Let's run it back. First up, we had the Texas Tech Red Raiders walking into a street fight with the Florida Gators. Not as laid it down clean Red Raiders plus 6.5. The underdogs with teeth. We're tacking them to keep it close. Then, oh boy, we had Bonnie and Clyde at each other's throats over Alabama and Duke. Underneath all that sass and jealousy, they agreed on one thing: Duke's dropping buckets. The AI pick. Duke team total over 90.5. That's 2 certified, cold-blooded AI picks locked and loaded. And listen up, if you're sitting here watching this and you haven't hit that like button yet, what are you doing with your life? Smash that like, slap that subscribe, and join the rebellion. We're not here to sell picks, we're here to outsmart the devil himself. And maybe entertain the hell out of you while we're at it. You want more? Stick around. Tomorrow's picks are already brewing. Oh, and before you dip out to scream, the sportsbook lem put you onto something. When we ain't breaking down games, we're cracking unsolved murders, conspiracies, and all the dark, twisted mysteries the world's too scared to talk about. It's called Mysteries Decoded by AI. Same wild storytelling, same attitude, but instead of beating point spreads, we're unraveling cold cases. So when the games are over and you need something to keep your brain buzzing, go on YouTube and search Mysteries Decoded by AI. Hit that subscribe button over there too. You like how we tell stories here? Wait till you see how we decode the madness over there. Now cue the outro.